Special Wednesday. Thursday. Special Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Girl, do not take me back to Wednesday.
I know. I'm done with that day.
Okay.
Welcome.
Not. Welcome back to the season reunion of The Real Housewives, Salt Lake City. Heather looks great, honestly. So, but no, y'all, we usually are not here on Thursdays, okay? But today we decided we couldn't wait. We were supposed to do this episode way into the future, but I have been getting caught up on this, honestly, just a newfound guilty pleasure, whatever you want to call it. But we are the No Asshole Policy. My name is Gaby. I'm here with my two sisters, Angie and Christine.
Hello.
And tonight we are going to get into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake. So these beautiful women that I'm here with. Here we go. We're all here. Hit that intro.
Welcome to the No A-Hole Policy Podcast, the show where you'll find three sisters who talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's see what madness we can get into tonight.
Yeah. So first, I have been attached to Housewives
since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Since New York City.
Excuse me. Since Orange County.
Was Orange County the first one?
Oh. Orange County was the very first one.
Oh.
Yeah. And then New York City is kind of like when it really just blew up. Now, I got really attached. I liked Orange County, but I loved New York City. I mean, New York City was like,
was the best.
All in. Yeah. Like the original.
Yeah, that was the one that got me.
Jill, Bethany with Cookie, the dog, the whole. I mean, I was like all in.
Just all of.
Yeah. So I have watched probably, I want to say 80% of all of the Housewives. I didn't really get into Dallas. I tried.
Yeah.
Stick. I missed the very early years of Potomac. I'm in now, which I'm like,
oh no,
it's beautiful.
Potomac is life.
Potomac is
love it.
Divine. DC, I watched it and then I was like, glad it ended.
There was a DC.
There was a DC.
And I have not seen Dubai, so I need to watch.
Oh, Dubai is.
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. What? There's a Dubai?
There's a Dubai.
There's also one. I don't know if they're Real Housewives of, but I think it's the Ladies of London or the one.
Yeah, Ladies of London, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Ladies of London is on the Dubai show now. Carolyn.
I think so too. That is such a good one. The London one, it is so good.
Oh, I like the Ladies of London show. Yeah, I do like that one. So I have always been, I ride or die for these women.
Yeah.
And I have had a lot of practice in separating between would I want to be their friend and TV. And usually they're not the same. Because I'm like, I want to get TV, but I would not want to be your friend. So with that said, everybody's talking about Salt Lake City. And I have said since day one, Salt Lake City came in hard their freshman year with that cast. I mean, it was divine. I mean, that first year was everything. I mean, it was all, I mean, and I think I was like, I don't think anybody else was watching it until just recently, Salt Lake City.
No,
you made me watch it way back when you first started because you were like, their first season, they came out the gate swinging.
Yep.
And so I had watched the very first season and then I had stopped. I don't really watch TV that much. So I just didn't keep up with it. Lord.
Have mercy.
I got caught up. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Whew. Yeah. Christine,
I just want to say, oh yeah.
Oh no! What was your question?
When did you watch Salt Lake City?
I watched, I believe I started to watch their first season and I just couldn't get into it. And then I didn't watch the second season. I watched most of the third season. I
Mhm.
think that's just because of all of Jen and all that foolishness.
I watched
And
that.
then this season
Ugh.
has ruined my life. Like it's almost like you don't even want to have girlfriends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've been watching Housewives. I watched OC. New York was it for me. I tried to get into Miami. I just couldn't do that. And I didn't do Beverly Hills. It just reminded me of going back to California. I'm like, I don't want to do that either. So, and then the Ladies of London. I didn't watch Dubai. I just felt like that was a whole nother level
A
of
bridge.
Hard to relate.
yeah.
Hard to relate.
I just don't. Well, I couldn't relate to half of the stuff on Salt Lake City. So, but yeah, this was a bit much. It's like almost watching for me. Like I don't know if you guys seen on Netflix called Dubai Bling or Bling of Dubai or something like that, where they just like sweat money. I just don't get it. I
Yeah.
can't really, and I just want to, so I don't even watch it.
Yeah.
But
I do want to get into it because I've heard it's good. It's on my list. Yeah, it's on my list. So, but everybody's talking about Salt Lake City.
Look, I just want to say, you said you were down for all these ladies. I'm down for these producers and editors. The storylines that these people put together, and can we talk about the suspenseful music, the the razor blade sounds that they make when when somebody says something, they're like, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, that right there is like the quintessential piece of watching Real Housewives is the suspenseful music, the way they shoot the scenes. I mean, so they really have got the formula down pack for creating a drama series that honestly, my hope is that it is scripted, because I just cannot believe that
it's almost like you refuse.
Exactly.
Refuse to believe the foolery.
It just honestly does not make. I'm just like, yeah,
it is. I know. Well, I think now there is some scripting to it, and I don't think it's so much like scripting as it is kind of like nudging along,
situational,
right.
I don't think they make them make anything up, because then it would have to be categorized in a different category. It wouldn't be labeled as reality TV. I think they are kind of like, but there is like, hey, you should have lunch with so and so, and don't you think about whatever? And I think the women also know that they have to make good TV, because
of course,
like they don't come out, right?
Yeah.
I know we have a couple of watchers here. This is like off, so let us know if you have seen us or seen the show. Drop a comment in there if you have seen Salt Lake City. If you have, on a 1 to 10, how crazy was it? 1 out of 10. And it's not
57 million. Okay.
Yeah. So drop in a comment where you're coming from and have you watched it. So first, who is your, from season 1, because there's most of the people except for Jen, from season 1 to season 4, is your favorite person from season 1 the same? Who's your favorite in season 1? Who's like, oh, I would hang out with you, like you're cool, like I like you?
For me, it would have been Heather.
Yeah, I think Heather was like my gal. And I think she like still is. Like I even made my little ranking. And let me tell you, when I was watching each episode, the girls were
They
moving
changed,
around.
right?
I was cutting, I was pasting, I was rearranging. I was like, no, you go over here now. I was scratching people's names completely out. I'm like, you ain't even in the list no more because what you just did was so trifling. I can't even rank you amongst these other women. So I agree. Heather probably would have been like the girl that I would have been like, yeah, we could probably go out and like have a have a good time with each other. So
I wouldn't be down for her. I mean, but if any of them, it would be
I don't
her.
think I would be down for any of them. I don't even know how I could.
There's no way.
Anybody who just rubbed you wrong from day one and
Mary Cosby. Mary Cosby.
She is a disappointment to the female race.
So, wow, that's strong. So
that is so strong.
Okay, so
I just
so when it comes to Mary, there's like she makes great TV, and then there's like I'm just not sure I want to like hang with her.
You're not sure? You're not sure? You don't want to hang with her? There is a hard stop that no one should hang out with her. She is a disaster. She is rude. She is I don't even think the fact that, I think she says that, I'm just straightforward. No, you are rude. You are rude. Yeah. When you talk about these women and say the things that you say to their face, you think that you're just being honest. No, that's being a child. You have to have some kind of self-control to be able to hold relationships. I mean, if you can't even find out from your son if he's even freaking married, what? And then the things that on the, I don't know how far you want to get, but don't get me started with Mary because she is my, is it the Achilles heel or what?
Yes.
The nerve, the boil that I got, I'm gonna name Mary because
no, I think you said it perfectly because my nitpicky thing, right, is that she talks about how like she's not ready to like be with the group again or like engage. So then why are you coming around and just
then why are you here?
Them?
Then go
like it just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like, if you don't want to try to work on a relationship with them, why are you here? Like, what are you doing at this point?
Bravo worked really, I think Bravo worked really hard to bring her back as a friend. And I think if she wanted to, she would be back full time. I mean, Bravo wants her back. She makes great TV and she gets people talking about her.
That's true. She's the first person we mentioned.
She's very aware.
She is very aware. She makes great TV. Not somebody I want to like be in my inner circle. No, but do I want to watch her? Yeah, because I want to watch to escape. And I think
if you're going to
you
really want to go to the Maryland, that's where you want to escape to is the Mary Cuckoo Land?
No, here's the thing. We're watching reality TV, and I think if you're going to engage with Mary, you know what you're going to get. So you better buckle up. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
Like if you're going to actively engage with Mary, you better not complain about it. You better just buckle up and be there. And I think for the most part, Meredith, Whitney, I think they kind of know and they've been able to like navigate through it. I think a lot of what Mary does is for show, I think. But
the shock factor. Yeah.
Yeah. But
because there are those moments where when she's like where I don't know, there's like this moment where like a human comes out of her. Right. And I'm like, whoa, that seems super normal.
Right. I don't remember what it was, but it was when someone visited, I don't know if it was Heather or Monica, when they went to her house and they paid her a compliment, she was touched by it. She was like,
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because at this moment of Mary's like, oh,
I know exactly the moment you're talking about because that's the moment I'm talking about where I was like, there's a human inside of that person. There's a human inside that body right there.
Right.
I don't know where she'd been the whole season, but she just popped out right there.
She popped out right there, and I saw a little bit of that when she interacts with her son, right? Like when you see the housewives interact with their kids, I think that's when you see more of their real component, because that's your children. Like it, and also your kids are going to call you out, right? Like your kids are.
I don't know what you guys were watching. I didn't see any of that when it came to her son.
I did. I think I saw pain.
I
saw pain. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw pain.
But when she's at the reunion and she tells
the
crew,
she's not talking. Her son is not present. I'm talking about direct interaction.
Yeah.
With her son. Her son wasn't in the room. So her talking about her son outside
is worse.
It is worse, but I'm talking about when she's having a one-on-one conversation with her
son.
It's different. There's a different level to her tone. There's a lot of pain. For me, I saw a lot of pain with her and her son. And I think she knows that. She knows that, you know, and listen, if our dad does not watch our show, there's a likelihood that a lot of these their kids don't watch. They're not interested. They don't care.
Hopefully not.
If her son watches.
I don't know, but you're also dad doesn't watch our show, and we only, you know, maybe have like a couple people who watch it. So I think that's very different than you guys. I mean, because wasn't there like a big portion of like wasn't there some bullying going on when Heather wrote her book?
I think it was because some of the things that Heather
was writing about, because you know it's you know, because that's the culture there, it's being Mormon. So
So, anyways. So for you, it's Mary. Anybody for you? Is it Mary that you were like no go on Mary? From one?
Yeah, I didn't like her then. I don't like her now. Like like you say that she makes good TV. I honestly didn't enjoy when she was around.
Yeah,
I didn't enjoy seeing her because it just felt like she was just being mean to be mean, and I didn't make any sense to me. And then her like refusing to participate in anything. So then, like, why are you here? You know, and then she calls out, you know, and then she says, "Oh, I'm not trying to body shame," but then she calls things out about people's bodies and eating habits. Like, I just don't like anything that she, you know, she tries to act like she's high and mighty, she's better than everybody else, but it just felt like she was really cruel. And like the other girls can be mean too, but there's a difference with how like Mary delivers it, and you can tell almost like she is trying to be mean-spirited. Like these other girls, and that's what trying to make a good show and like create drama. You know what I mean?
But that's what I mean when she's a disappointment, because you should not act like that as a grown adult, but you shouldn't act like that with your friends. You know what I mean? It's not good TV. It's bad TV, because then people that have no sense, because she can't be the only one in this world that don't got no sense, but I have no sense, would think that is appropriate, that's the way to be honest. When you're talking to someone, like, don't talk to me, or don't talk to me. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Pull yourself together. You're here for you know, a trip or whatever. Or when she says she doesn't eat anything, and then she's out eating McDonald's and chicken nuggets and French fries and all that kind of stuff. I'm like,
see, I have a very it would be much easier for me to deal with someone like Mary than someone like Lisa Barlow, who I did not like.
Disconnect
season 1 and still don't like her.
Okay,
and I actually started to warm up to her a little bit. But she is, for me, I really struggled. And the reunion, when somebody was saying something and she was like, what about me? And I was like, whoa. And for me, that
had nothing to do with her.
Mary's got a lot of self-awareness about how ugly she can be, about how nasty she is. Mary knows exactly who she is. Lisa is oblivious. She's just oblivious. Like, she doesn't think she's like just oblivious. You know what I mean? And like $60,000 rings, you know, and I'm just kind of like, and her son, and making it all about her. And I mean, she is just so disconnected that I just can't with her. Like, and I have tried to like her because I have struggled to really like anybody in Salt Lake City. I find it very
Yes.
entertaining.
Yeah.
But like Heather, I loved the first season, loved her. I have very strong opinions about her now.
Yeah.
Whitney and I've kind of like gone up and down.
Yeah,
Mary
me. I'm same way. I'm up and down.
you know, and then, you know, we'll get to Monica, but you know, Jen I kind of put in a category with Mary. I didn't, she makes good TV, but not somebody I want in my circle. You know what I mean?
Never. Yeah.
And ever. Like Jen is like horrible. And the more stuff that came out in the reunion about the things that she was doing, it like beyond.
Yeah.
So she
I
fail all of it. Yeah.
Yep. I think I have the same like trajectory with Lisa that you do, because I did not like her season 1. I thought she again just a mean girl for no reason, and so I didn't really care for her season 1. Then like I don't even think I watched season 2, so I have a whole chunk of time that I didn't really see. But when I watched season 3, there was kind of like this path where I was like, okay, like I'm kind of like on the Lisa train. And then season 4 came and I was like, no.
Yeah. Get off.
I was like, no, Lisa. Like the one thing I do love about her, that girl loves to eat. Like I think her and I could go get some snacks together. She really do always be prioritizing her food.
Yeah.
So I do really like that. And yeah, but I've had the same trajectory of like I didn't like her. I kind of warmed up to her, and then season 4 came and I was just like, what the actual is going on?
The part that drives me crazy is how much she claims to be in touch when she is grossly out of touch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
who has a makeup artist on retainer?
Well, Graham, all the time. But also, so are we saying that all the other women are doing their own makeup? They're not getting glam all the time. They're
she's talking about in her daily life.
That's what I'm saying.
Daily life.
Yeah.
So who does that?
They just do their own makeup.
They do their own. They do glam and like they travel.
But they're normal people.
The fit that she made.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The fit of like, you're talking about like
she lost it.
Event. And that's the part where like you can't just buck up for a couple of hours. Like,
no.
What's wrong with you? Like, literally, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, that's not someone who's just trying to like, you know, acclimate and like.
This was the only that's gone off the reservation.
This is the only time I agreed with Mary when Mary was like,
"Yes,
we know that's insecurity," and I was like,
"Boom, yes, ding, 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 yes, ma'am," because she was completely off the reservation.
Yeah,
I don't know when she just totally. I thought for a minute it was she was gonna pull around and someone was gonna, you know, be like, "Bitch, get it together."
In the reunion, right? Are we talking about in the reunion?
No, when they went to Palm Springs and they stayed.
Yeah. And she,
was, I was just like,
I thought she was even going to get somewhat creative with her makeup or something. No, she just came out looking like Lisa Barlow.
Yep.
A straight fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I was very disappointed. So it's like moments like that I'm like, I can't. My friends would not act like that. Like my friends would just buck up, you know, join in, have some fun, and get over it.
Yeah.
Over it. Yeah. Insane.
Yeah, I think when we say that, you know, we try and find some like redeeming qualities about some of these women and like not really like, Salt Lake City is redeeming, but I think like the one thing that the whole theme that I found, and this was through season 3 and season 4. When I say 0% loyalty, they I don't know, they act like they had a really good season where they all came together. I'm like, I felt like season 4 was like the most of like the shit stirring and the like going to each other and just talking shit about each other's families. Like that's where I feel like they take it too far. I'm like, it's one thing to like talk about like, oh, she kind of got wild the other night, or you said this about me, or you said that about me, but like the way that they come after like each other's shit, I'm just like, you have no definition of what loyalty is. Like it kills me when Heather says that they're ride or die for each other. I'm like,
They are
girl,
not.
you have no idea what that is, how to do that, what it feels like to have somebody truly be ride or die for you. Like, so there's that, but then there's also the piece where like, and I think one of them said it where I'm having like a private conversation with you as my friend, and you're now taking that and weaponizing that in another friendship of ours, right? Because let's be honest, we all do it, right? We all vent to each other. I'm annoyed with Angie. I call Christine. I am annoyed with Christine. I call Angie. We all have those moments. So let's be human and be realistic that what they're doing is sometimes it is part of like being in friendship circles, right? But then like the going to each other and being like, this is what she said when she was mad, like that's so unfair. We all get mad and say shit sometimes. Now where we go with that shit, that's I think the difference. But it was the no loyalty for me that like really stuck out. I was like, these girls have no idea what friendship means.
So let's address the Heather and Monica issue. Okay. Because we have not discussed how we each feel about Monica and Heather. Now we know Monica's not coming back.
So do we know that for sure? Is it already known?
Yes, it's
it's the way that they worded it. That it said they haven't said that she's fired. Is that
it's a cooling period. It's a timeout.
And it's probably a good idea.
I think So I think it's a terrible idea. I think next season is going to really suffer without her. I think season 4 is by far the best season of Real Housewives of all 4 seasons, hands down. Best season.
Okay.
The ratings through the roof. It's been the biggest ratings that they've ever had. Now, Monica is very divisive. I have a lot of problems with Monica, for sure. I think she got a lot of heat unnecessarily. Because
where's the hairdresser? Where's the hairdresser or the makeup artist or whoever Heather employed?
It came out today that the Bravo execs actually said, yes, we kind of sort of did know about the burner account when we brought her on. So here's the thing. I'm gonna take some of what Monica said at face value, that the reason that the account was made was to expose Jen. Now, I don't like burner accounts. I hate the online bullying, whatever. So I don't want to, that aside, if you're trying to take down a criminal, okay? I don't like how you did it, but that's what she's trying to do, right? I think when Heather was upset about some of the things that were being said about Heather, the posting, from what I understand, was repeating things that Jen said about Heather, which of course is very hurtful to Heather. And it was posted and reposted and reposted, and that's hurtful. But it was, from my understanding, in the vein of exposing Jen for being basically a horrible person, right?
Right.
I think Monica got way too much heat from everybody that she was the only person that was involved. She was kind of the catalyst of it when she wasn't. There were other people involved in it. I think Bravo knew as soon as they came in, and I think Heather knew a lot sooner. My issue with Heather is that Monica was trying to take down Jen. Heather's trying to protect her, a criminal. And then you lied about it. And not only did you lie about how you got the black eye, but then you actually went and tried to blame production.
Yeah. No bueno.
Like how she still has a job, that part I really struggle with, because when Andy was like, you kind of sort of blame production. And she's like, well, it was kind of a joke. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
and I apologize.
I apologize.
I'm
so
sorry.
Monica's getting all this heat deserved for this burner account, for exposing an actual criminal, for airing things that have actually been said. Should they be recorded? No. Should, like kind of exposing things that we want, like in the dark. and bringing them to light. And Heather's actually hiding stuff and then blaming people that she knows were not involved, particularly production. And that's the part that I have a really big problem with, which is like, fine, you want to give Monica a timeout, Heather gets one too. I don't think that that's fair, because everybody who's on that show has written stuff, has said stuff. They just got called out. They got called out publicly for the shit that they were saying behind everybody else's back, privately. I don't like the way Monica did it, but production knew when they brought her on. So shame on them for putting her on.
Yeah.
If they really knew. I don't think maybe Andy didn't know, but I believe that when she said they knew, and then when today they came out and they said, yeah, we kind of sort of knew that.
You know who I also think knew? I think Angie knew.
Probably.
Oh, probably.
As you watch,
Because she sent all those messages saying, yeah.
And she sits back. She doesn't say a whole lot, because if there's one thing about Monica, as reckless as she is and was, she ain't gonna lie. She got no hair on her tongue. Well, she got nothing to lose now.
Yeah.
Right. So she's gonna burn the house and take everybody with her. So and that's why when she says production, and I don't think the reason that she didn't fight the whole thing about what if production knew is because she probably has receipts. Yeah. She'd be like, oh, you press that one more time because I got the receipts. And she was like, all right. That's why, I mean, I'm not mad at her movements. The old Christine is not mad at the movements. It's pretty snazzy, you know, but she, you know, it's foul. It's foul. Now, I don't believe also when Heather had said, if you would have just came in and would have said that I made this mistake and, you know, we could, I was like, no, bitch, you would have come for her the same way, because she was trying to talk to you in Bermuda, but you decided to, you know, walk the dog on her. So there's nothing that she could do.
The women knew and felt that Monica was powerful and a bit of a scene stealer. I think the women knew that she was going to be a fan favorite, because she is. Everybody wants Monica back. All of the bloggers are like, you're making a big mistake getting rid of her. You're making
when is Jen due? When is Jen due to get out of jail?
So it'd be years.
Oh, years? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she got the same time, and then it'll be enough time to bring Monica back when Jen gets released from jail. And
I don't think Jen will ever come back on the actual show.
I'm just like,
why not? What's her name? Teresa Giudice did.
Teresa got wrapped up because her husband was like, you know, that was more like mortgage. She was like bilking millions from old people. Like Jen was like stealing millions and millions of dollars from like elderly people.
I thought it was just based on the fact that they went to prison. Okay.
No. Yeah, I mean, Teresa was more like, you know, bank loans and things like that, and Jen is like, she went after people.
Yeah,
like,
she went after people. Yeah.
Monica,
I know, Gaby.
Monica made
Gaby. You took notes, right?
I have so much notes, and I'm sorry. You're seeing a lot of facial expressions over here because I am struggling a little bit with internet right now. So pardon my disconnections here. I'm trying to get some things fixed on my side. But yes, I have plenty of notes. I also am not a Monica fan.
I'm not saying I'm a Monica fan. I think I'm a Monica. She deserves to be on the show. Because I think that there are people who have been like, I would much rather watch Monica than Meredith or Mary or Lisa. I mean,
hold on.
I have no interest in seeing Lisa again. Like none. Like I'm not interested in watching next year. Like at all. Like what am I going to
really?
I am.
I'm not.
I can do without. I can do without Whitney. Even though I think she's a big pot stirrer in a pretty dress and some lipstick. you know. Meredith
She is such a pot stir.
She is. And Meredith, I feel like all she does is sing while she talks. And, no, I can't deal with all that.
Nobody
You
interesting for
know,
next year. Like, who we're gonna
yeah,
watch?
she's
Who?
just, I don't know. But Lisa, I don't care. I mean, she's so out of touch. She's in La La Land.
Yeah, self-absorbed people really, really rub me wrong. Really rub me
Yeah.
wrong. And so I can tolerate Monica because I can take how she was raised. I can factor in some of those things that, like, when I watch how her mother treats her, I'm like, well, what
Oh,
did you
good
expect?
God.
How did you
Yeah.
expect her to come out?
This
You
is
know
the
what I mean?
product. Yeah, for sure.
When you fuck up the batter, what did you expect to come out? You know what I mean? Like, you fucked up that batter. What did you expect? The girl is surviving. And when you listen to the thing,
Yes, she
like,
is.
you are an actress. You're supposed to be making money. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Monica's still going to try to please her mom, no matter how dysfunctional that is.
Oh, her mama
Monica
is
was
just
still trying to please her mom. So
yeah,
it's toxic. It's ugly. I think Monica is doing nothing but trying to survive. And it's ugly and it's not pretty. And I don't like the way that she does it. But I don't think that I don't think Monica is mean per se. I wouldn't categorize her as like mean, where she's gonna like deliberately want to hurt someone. I think she became her mom when her mom left to go to New York to pursue fame. I think Monica did the same thing. She was pursuing fame. She just did it in a format that quite unbecoming, but they were all doing it. They all auditioned. They're all trying to get on TV. They're all happy.
but she's the only one that wanted to be a Captain Save-A-Ho. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that.
She was very public about it. Like, yeah, I slept with my brother. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Those women have skeletons. They're just being hidden. You know what I mean? Monica's just like, here's all my crap. And again, I'm not again, not a friend I want to be a part of, but I'm also like, raised pretty poorly, and her sole goal was to expose Jen. You're trying to take down a criminal. Not really happy about the methods that you did it. Not really happy about, you know what I mean? But like, you're fascinating TV, and I kind of slept through season 3, and I woke up season 4.
I will totally agree with you there. I will totally agree with you there that I definitely, like, season 3 was like meh. I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to make it to season 4. And then as we were getting towards the end of season 1 is when I was really starting to figure out, like, I think Jen is not a good person. Like, I think maybe she's lying.
Yeah.
And then all of her shit kind of happened, and I was like, oh yeah, she is a bad person.
Yeah.
But okay, so like the issues that I have, so like I kind of really adore Meredith with her sing talking and whatever she does, because I don't know. I think she is probably the least problematic. I mean, she does do the thing where yes, I agree with Whitney. She does have very timely, emergencies and reasons why she can't deal with whatever's going on. But there's just something that's so neurotic about Meredith that I like, I'm so here for. And her fucking shaking the butter while everybody is bitching at each other was literally my favorite part of the entire season. So like, I was just here for that. The reason why, like, and again, I think it's probably why I don't think like Mary is good TV is I like, okay, I think I agree with to an extent that like Monica maybe is not like trying to be vicious against these other women. Like, I think that there was a part of her trying to say that, but the way she argues is that of a teenager, is that of a stunted person emotionally, which I think is very appropriate for the trauma that she has experienced in her life. And
I mean, her mom called her a motherfucker over dinner.
Exactly. So, you know what I mean?
Had a great she hasn't been taught how to fight. She's been taught how to plug it out. You know what I mean? Exactly.
So like, to that regard, like, I won't hold that against her, but that shit was mad annoying. Like, like I need a little bit more. I just need a little bit more wit when you're arguing with
Yeah.
all these women. So that's like that was like the one thing.
Comebacks are pretty funny.
I mean, it was because she was trying to dig at these women, but it was just like, okay, and what? Like kind of when Lisa came back and was like, okay, you're gonna age too. Like you're calling me old. It's like you're gonna get old too. Like it's not something unique to me. And I just like her bringing the burn book. Like, okay, whatever. It's supposed to be funny, right? It's supposed to be funny. Oh, we're all supposed to laugh. But I'm just like, also, like you're.
I mean,
an
how old
adult.
is she? I mean, she's
in her mid-30s. She's probably a little bit older than I am.
Yeah,
because she said she was prom. She was in her picture was 2002, so she's like 6 years older than I am. If let's just assume that she went to prom and became prom whatever when she was a senior, so that means she's like about 6 years older than I am. So she's still in her 30s, but old enough to know.
Like I don't even think I had a
burn books to a reunion with like she says middle-aged women. Like, what are you doing? Know your audience. Like, who do you think this is gonna resonate with? what kind of impact do you think you're gonna have with a bunch of middle-aged women bringing a burn book around? Like, it just was wild to me that she whipped it out
to people like us who are now creating a completely different live show. Talking about, totally. She is the hottest topic right now, trending everywhere.
Yeah, I mean
it doesn't hurt that she's beautiful, though.
She
doesn't hurt that she's. It doesn't hurt that she's beautiful.
But, oh my gosh! And this dress that she had, I mean, that she had the best outfit I think out of all of them.
Oh, yeah, so do I. She looks stunning.
Okay.
Yeah.
She looks phenomenal. Yeah.
Stunning.
I'm not a big Monica fan. And I just like, why do you want to be viral for that? It's just, I can't. It's just not meh.
Well, I don't think she wanted to be exposed. I think she was totally happy having that hidden. You know what I mean?
You really think that? She said, I knew this was going to come out. I knew eventually this was going to come out. So that to me seems shady as fuck. So, but okay, maybe she knew because she knew the producers knew. So she was like, I know eventually it's going to come out. And maybe she was told to keep it hidden because it was going to make a big blowout.
Yeah. How conveniently that Heather gets that phone call when they're in Bermuda and it's towards the end of the, How convenient.
How convenient. Yeah. Here's the thing. Do you think that Monica would have gotten all that hate if, one, she wasn't, because leading up to that, she was still quite the fan favorite, you know what I mean? Like people really liked Monica. If one, she wasn't kind of like the fan favorite, she wasn't young, beautiful. I mean, she is kind of the standout amongst all of them. Do you think she would have gotten equal hate if she didn't have that big presence? If she wasn't kind of like an older, I don't know, Vicky Gunvalson?
If it was the mom?
Yeah, if she was like the mom, you know what I mean? I'm not sure she would have, nor I think if she was on any other city, I think if she was on Atlanta, they would have been like,
oh, wow.
Bitch, please.
Because them girls don't give a damn. Yeah.
Because those girls don't give a damn. They'd be like, so all you did was just expose the shit we say behind your back.
Yeah. These girls are too fragile.
Right. You know what I mean? So I think there's a bit of like, oh, my pearls. Do you know what I mean? In Salt Lake City. Because I don't.
Well, I mean, look at the culture that they're in.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's why I'm just kind of like, so they exposed your shit like out in public. You know what I mean? Like I don't think, again, I'm not defending Monica. I'm just saying, I think Monica is much more suited for like New York or Atlanta, even Potomac. I think she would fit right in.
Oh, Potomac, she'd be good. And I would love that.
Yeah. And I really struggle with some people in Potomac. I think some people in Potomac are nasty.
Yeah, that needs to go. They can replace Candace immediately.
I can't wait to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to watch a couple of seasons back on that one.
Yeah, I
get caught up and to realize why the crazy is the crazy.
I have watched a couple of the Potomac ones because again, you guys were watching them. But okay, so I can appreciate where you're coming from, right? That like, yes, I get where you're coming from in the Yeah, Salt Lake City might be a little sensitive, right? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like Meredith got all twisted over Whitney saying something about the bathtub, and I'm like,
oh, that was fucking
Oh
hilarious.
God.
seriously? I'm like, girl, you would never survive in Atlanta
Yeah.
or in Potomac or New York. I mean,
Or
Yeah.
life in general outside of Utah.
yeah, you would like you implied that my bathtub was dirty, and I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Right? Like, this is what we're. That's why I'm just kind of like, because I watch all of them. I'm like, this wouldn't be shit in any other city. Probably not in Orange County. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Probably wouldn't even made the airtime. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So
I mean, I think that they should stay on air simply because they have the best sunglasses out of all of the housewives. Because let me just tell you, them sunglasses are like they got to pay property taxes on them sunglasses, okay? Because
like going 747
okay. I'm just like, what in the? And then the fact that they always go into indoor places with sunglasses on, I'm like, your future's not that bright. It's like we don't need this.
Okay, so
but seriously, it was the sunglasses were
too much. It's too much. So if you were to bring back the cast for next year, what do you want to bring back?
Yeah, everybody none of them. You're right.
I would bring back Heather. I can care less. I don't like Angie. I don't like.
I didn't like Angie.
She
just didn't really do anything for me. I was just like,
something's off with her. I can't figure it out yet.
Yeah.
I don't like Whitney, so I probably just Monica. I would bring back Heather, Meredith, and Lisa just because she's an idiot.
Yeah.
But Angie and Whitney can go bye-bye with Mary. They can go on their own little private Idaho or something.
Yeah. Okay, if I really had to like bring back like a group,
and we need new blood. This is assuming we need new blood.
I was gonna say, because like honestly, like I'm not really interested in because I was really upset when I found out that like, because I don't follow anything outside of just watching the episodes, right? So like I don't read like the stuff on social media or the other things. So when you were telling, like when they were bringing up like that she was on book tours, like potentially like alluding that like they had hit a felony, or that maybe it was the production team, like that's fucked up. It's like a specific person, and that person is a bad person, and you're still going. If anything, if you don't want to talk about it, guess what you do? Don't talk about it. Don't allude to things. Don't lie about it.
Were you lying then, or were you lying now?
Yeah.
Do you know? And that's the part with Heather that really drives me crazy, because Monica, as ugly as she can be,
she's straight up
far more honest, and she's lying. Where Heather was lying, and not only lying, we're like, just I'm not sure what happened. Okay,
no.
That, but then I'm not sure what happened. It was probably production. Now you're potentially blaming someone.
Yeah.
That for me is inexcusable.
Draw the line. Yep.
And I think if you're going to give a cooling off period to Monica, Heather gets one too.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah.
For years. I mean, she lied for over a year on her book tour with people coming and paying her money.
Yeah.
Not okay.
But they're cooling off right now, so I just don't know why she couldn't come back. I do think it's a good idea, but I think that I don't think that they hang out. I mean, I don't know. Do they all hang out when they're not?
If I was Monica's agent, I would be like, you come back as full-time with
coin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With the coin.
You want her off, Gaby?
I just, but like I don't have the same perspective that Angie has, of like she has watched so many of the Real Housewives and like kind of knows like what makes them like, watchable, and like people want to come back. And the fact that like Monica was a fan favorite. I mean, she was okay, but like I wasn't super excited about her. I also was like, bitch, you in everything. Like you up in you just creating issues everywhere.
Well,
and
I
it was
think
like,
that's
okay.
how I kind of look at it. It's like, would I want to watch the show with or without Monica?
Right.
Well,
Probably with.
because
Yeah, probably with, because there was more to keep my attention. I get, yeah.
so for me, I can take how I personally feel about her out of the equation because when I think about next season, when they say she's not coming back, I'm like, well, I don't want to watch it. That's my immediate reaction. Is like, well, I'm not interested.
Yeah,
but I don't know that they said that she's not coming back next season, or did they say that she's just on a cooling off period now? They said that
he said, I'm not coming back indefinitely. Like she's pissed.
Oh, so, I didn't know she said that. I just knew that Bravo had come out. What is
she mad about?
Well, because she's like, I made it. I gave you a whole damn season, and she probably sees a lot of the hypocrisy over. I mean, Mary
okay.
really ugly stuff. You know what I
mean? Yeah. I get you. Yeah, I mean, she's the new girl on the block. You ain't gonna come up in here and be the one talking shit about us all the time. I also think it is kind of shady, and it's just like, and the part, and I mean, I guess that's how they want us to perceive it. But when they were like also asking her about when she was like stalking Jen and was like following her to see if she was if she was gonna do DUI and the FBI asked her to do. I'm like, that shit don't make no fucking sense. No sense whatsoever. And then the videos of her where again you're seeing her in this like very young childlike behavior that like no grown woman is. I'm sorry, like no grown woman is doing that. Like, because if you are, guess what I'm doing? I'm either we are maybe going to do that if we think that that's going to help.
But I'm not filming it.
I'm not filming it and being like, what, like rotten hell, bitch, or rotten jail. It's just like, it's very childish, and it just like isn't. It isn't.
That's sloppy.
Ew.
That's sloppy because when when allegedly was doing my dirt, you don't film nothing.
Right.
You move quietly.
Yes.
You don't tell nobody what you're doing. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Nobody.
Yeah. Now I do feel bad that like I do believe that she was maybe like one of many that was running that account, right? And the reason why, I mean, but like if you don't want the heat, you got to stay out of the kitchen. Them other people stayed out of the kitchen, They stayed in their little corner of internet troll land, and they didn't get involved in becoming a star on Real Housewives. And so, you are going to be the one that gets called out because you came around and you inserted yourself in our lives.
And I hope that hairdresser or beauty maker or makeup doesn't get another job.
Oh, gosh. I'm pretty sure she's going to be blackballed everywhere. She's going to be so distrusted, and
I think, listen, they're all messy. I think Monica I think the heat she got was a little
much.
It was a little much. I think,
but it made for a great finale.
Finale.
Proof, screenshots,
timeline. I mean,
timeline, everything.
I think some of the women were probably threatened by her. She's young, she's beautiful, she's salty, she's not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of you.
She really was. I really do respect that. She did take the role of like, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say to you, and you're not gonna stop me just because you think you can talk louder than me or you think you can scare me. Like, come on.
Right. That's how you're supposed to do it. Take notes, Mary. You're just not rude. The way that Monica handles it, that's how you do it. You come and you don't. This foolishness from Mary is just. It's just downright. It's degrading. You know.
I
really struggle with some of the things that.
So Monica, as she's the one that you guys should be afraid of. She's the one that you guys better be like, yo, she will come with it. And so
she's walking with no
that's
fear. She's walking with no
yes.
fear.
So when someone is moving like that, that's the one you're afraid of. That's the one you got to be making sure she comes back, because you don't know what she's going to do out there.
Yeah.
As long as she don't bring her mama, that is not good TV. That is you're displaying a narcissist right on blast.
Yeah, the mom needs to never be allowed on any episodes.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
like that is the one time where when you kept saying that you were disgusted, that's for me what it was.
Yes.
Like
that was hard to watch.
The amount of and like the thing is like and you know, I never want to be in the business of like ranking traumas, right? Like, oh, this trauma is worse than that trauma. But a mother and a daughter's relationship and how much that damages your just like everything about you as a woman, you know, when that relationship with your mother is so severely damaged, abandonment, mistreatment, abuse, just like all of the things. I mean, her mother's behavior was despicable, and whether she was putting on a show, I don't know why she would want that to be the show she puts on. You know what I mean? Like that shit was,
I think
that was for the birds.
Much worse from just the recordings that we heard. I mean, the things that her mom was saying to her.
This is bad.
Horrible.
It was like, what? You are, I mean, to me, it sounded like her mom was like pimping her daughter out.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, sure. 100%.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Now, so I'm like, and now you're gonna be mad about the results that you created?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was not only that I was mad, but I was so heartbroken because you see the results of it in Monica.
Yep.
And I think there's one thing to watch a parent be a total jerk off to their kid, right? But then when you see it being played out and you see the child's response and how they're not able to even have a relationship with other females or just relationships in general, and the way that she argues because she's scrappy, you know,
scrappy.
You know, she's fighting for her life. She's in there doing it and she doesn't care. That is the result of what you saw her mom doing to her.
Yeah.
And it was so, that was even harder when, like I said, when you could see a parent just being a jerk off, you're just like, damn, you're a jerk off. But when you see the pain,
it's horrible.
It sits so bad. And I felt horrible.
It's awful. The lack of surprise on Monica's face during dinner over some of the things that her mom was saying to her, I'm like, how are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was like no shock. It was like she'd heard it all before. So I was like, wow, no, this is not an act from her mom, because mom is not surprised.
Yep.
There's no surprise on her face. She's not shocked by what is happening, and that her mom did it publicly in a restaurant.
Yes.
Like, I can't even imagine calling my daughter a motherfucker or my mother calling it. I would be like, are you ill, mom? Like, I could never imagine my mom calling me. I'd be like, mom? I would think like aliens have invaded your body and eaten your brain. Like, just, and no shock. She was like, wow, did you just call me a motherfucker? And I'm like, do you know what I mean? I mean, so I'm kind of like, you know, maybe that's why I give her a little bit more grace, because I'm like, kind of, what did you expect?
Yeah.
And I am a little bit annoyed with production because they knew.
Yeah.
What they were getting.
That part really rubs me wrong, because like
that does not sit well with me. You knew what you were getting. And you put her out to pasture, and now you're gonna get rid of her.
Yeah. Okay, I have another pill here on my list. I think we need to get these women some iron supplements because I can't tell you how often they are cold and needing a blanket. But like I'm just concerned for no, because we're talking about whenever they go to when they were in San Diego, they were cold. When they were in Bermuda, they were cold. I mean, these girls always got blankets on when they're eating. What's going on?
Your bones are like
I have
thin.
I have a theory of that, but we'll talk about it offline.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it offline. But I'm just saying we need to check their iron. Like, is there a deficiency? And can we get them?
We need to check something.
Some eaters, something, because I'm telling you, I was like, I like every time every scene is them eating something.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the one thing I would want to be on the show, just to go to the restaurants with them and be a part of them ordering all the things that they order. But then Monica was saying that they like never eat. So I'm like, do they just order all that stuff to order and then they just pack it up and take it to go because they spent the rest of the evening fighting? They're just yelling at each other. All the food's getting cold. Somebody has to come over, box up the whole thing. People go home
Potomac don't do that. Potomac, they just sit there and eat while they're fighting. Yeah. They don't care.
Oh, they don't care.
Steady eating.
They don't care.
Chairs flying over them. It's just eating their food.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like blinders, and they're just like,
yep.
Like they
Garcon. Can I get another?
Yeah.
Thick. I mean, they got some thick skin. Skin there. Yeah, I think Salt Lake City is a little sensitive.
It's too,
they are. They very much are, because sometimes I'm like really, come on. I'm like, we're really getting upset about this right now, which makes me think like, are they grasping at straws to like create drama so that people will continue to watch? Like, you're watching because like the only thing that I don't like is that like every episode they're yelling at each other. Like every episode is a big fucking fight somewhere. They're in the middle of somewhere creating some scene. And I feel like the other seasons that I've watched of like other Real Housewives, it's not that tumultuous. Like they might have a couple big fight episodes, but then they'll have like little things where people are just having like intense conversations, or maybe they're having their small like one-on-ones, right? But it's like every episode somebody is getting into it on Salt Lake City. It's just,
I think all seasons are fighting. I think Salt Lake City just seems a bit much because what they're fighting about is so trivial.
Do
you know what I mean? God. Like it's trivial. Like, because there was a lot of fighting in New York City, but it was over kind of like, bitch, like, you know what I mean? And they all
the house was bigger in
but
the Catskills
but in like Salt Lake City, it's like, why are you fighting over that? You know what I mean? Like it seems like that should not be an issue.
Yeah.
Like the bathtub thing. Really? That
when she went on that bus and she said, I have a question for everybody. Which one of you has a room with a bathtub? And that's why Meredith is my bitch, because me and her, we gonna eat butter, we gonna take baths, and we gonna sing through our words, okay?
Yeah, and that's why I think sometimes it seems like it's a bit like they're always fighting, because it's like, why is that an issue? You know what I mean?
But also, like, why didn't one of them just give her a fucking room with a bathtub? I'm like, everybody had a bathtub.
Yes.
And that the thing is my whole thought is they did that on purpose. They got some house. They were like, how do we find a house with 6-7 rooms, all of them, but one room doesn't have a bathtub? We're gonna put her in that room.
I think probably what happened was, I think she probably ended up with the room. I think she was sick and she was last.
Yeah.
And I think that she pitched such a fit over not having a bathtub that they were like, fuck you, I'm not giving you a bathtub, because you're acting like a child. You're acting like a child, so now you don't.
And I've never met, I honestly don't know grown women that take baths every day.
Not as frequently as these women.
These women are like, I have to have a bath.
I know. I would never be like,
on my vacation,
have a bathtub.
Like, what? I thought you would be totally grossed out with soaking your body in a bathtub that somebody else has used,
right? Yeah.
And
that's how petty you guys are.
That's why I don't think that they're very close outside of the show, Because if I was like on vacation with my girlfriend, like if I was
Yeah.
going somewhere with Catherine, right, and she's like, I really need a bathtub in my room, and I had a bathtub, I'm like, okay, switch rooms, like,
To switch
Yeah.
rooms, no big deal.
right. That's why I don't think that they're really that close outside, because why are you
Oh,
gonna
no.
try to be irritated over a bathtub? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
You could definitely tell, like, the only time they see each other is when they're recording.
filming.
There's no freaking way that they are
Yeah.
friends outside of this.
No.
Just the way that they interact with each other, like, it's odd.
Yeah.
It is
it's
odd.
It's odd. Like, why would you deliberately want to make somebody annoyed over a like Meredith was acting like baby. But like if she was my friend, then I'd be like, I'll just take my room, fine. Like,
Not
Even if
only
she
that,
wasn't my
but-
friend, just to shut her up, take the fucking
Yes.
room.
Yeah.
Not only
I
that,
don't wanna
they
hear
all
it.
addressed it before they got into the house. When they were in the bus on the way to the house, they were like, as long as we get her a room with a bathtub. I'm like, so how do you say that on your way to
And
the
then
and then
Yeah.
not give her a room with a bath? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I can't.
But she
Well,
did seem to have just like a smaller room in general. I don't know if you noticed that. But like, I mean, obviously Monica was one of the hosts, so she had like that nice big room, right?
Mhm.
But like if you notice how like some of the other rooms, I mean, we never really got to see Whitney's room, but it just seems like Meredith's room in general was just like teeny tiny.
I don't even know why this is an issue. You're on you're in Bermuda.
You're,
Like,
you're
why
in
don't you
Bermuda.
take
What do you
time?
don't even need to be
What are
in
you
the
doing in
room
your
for anything.
room?
Yeah.
Right. Like, I would never even care. Like, I'll sleep on the couch. I don't care. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or you know what I would have done? I would be like, girl, I'm coming in there. I'm using that bathtub. So
Right.
they're
Yeah.
gonna
I'll
be
bring you my bath bombs.
give me an hour, give me 2 hours. I got my bombs. I'm putting my bombs into my bathtub and we're gonna keep it moving.
Okay, so for the whole season,
Yes.
1 out of 10, how would you rank the season as far as like entertainment, keeping gay, like compared to the rest of the seasons? How would you rank it?
Like
Stop
6.5,
touching your
7.
thing.
Sorry. It's the
The audio on this thing is like, because you're so close to the mic, it's reverberating. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna say this whole season 10 out of 10.
Really? I was gonna say like 6.5, 7.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
What?
It had everything we wanted. I mean, it had
Really?
but I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at the personalities. I'm looking at it as
Entertainment.
The entertainment. Okay. I'll maybe go up 7, 8, 7.5, 8 then.
10 out of 10.
7.5,
It's a
8.
great season. This is right up there with season 1. It's great.
I would say probably for entertainment, I say 10, but I would also say 10/disgusting, because I've been saying this from the beginning.
Yes, you
this
have.
season made me feel all sorts of kind of weird, because from the mother to the childish behavior, this was, as it was entertaining, it was embarrassing. I don't think I could ever film with people that would annoy me like that or get underneath my skin. And that's because if you guys ever listen to our podcast, people that's watching us now, our podcast, I do not like confrontation because I don't do it well.
Yeah.
These women would get me locked up because I couldn't, because I can't understand it.
Yeah.
That kind of their communication style is it's not one. It's not for me. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm a petty Betty. I would be all about it. I would be answering completely different. I couldn't have that kind of fighting back and forth, because I would get down and dirty and it wouldn't be cute. So I could never record with people.
I agree.
That could get me.
Not about you, but I agree. I feel like I would dig way too far, and I would say something that we can't come back from, because you're now you've got my blood pressure ways. I'm in it. Like you're frustrated. You just keep taking it up one level. You want to keep going. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna end it because I want this over.
Yeah, because I'm not that I don't know if it's mature. I'm just very self-aware that I could not, because that's why I don't like confrontation. I don't do it well. And yeah.
I
No.
think that there was a really big missed opportunity in exploring the relationship between Monica and her mother, and seeing how maybe there was potential there for some kind of healing.
Oh,
Showing
no
that
way.
there is
No.
showing that
Yeah.
there is
No.
obviously there's conflict there. I think what Bravo did was just kind of like expose their relationship, but they didn't set them up for success. You know what I mean? They didn't set them up saying, we know you have a toxic relationship. We want you to get a counselor. We want you to go to therapy. We want you to.
She didn't even show up.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
No.
it's a shame, because there's so many people out there that I'm sure have problematic relationships with their parents, where they can be like, oh, that's problematic, but they're working on it or whatever. Instead, they just kind of like threw a match to that flame or to the gasoline and just blew it up.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think that I don't think so. I don't think that they threw a match on it. I think that relationship should have never been aired. I think
Yeah.
that is a private
Well,
relationship
and
that should have never.
They could have filmed, because there's a lot of stuff they filmed that never gets aired. They could have filmed it and just never aired it. But
Yes, it should have never. It should have never been, and it should not have, because one, even if they do heal that relationship, this will be forever on the internet,
memorialized. Yes.
and the mother will always be looked at as a villain, right?
Come on,
Now, I think
that's a scary part.
and if her mother can't, and her mother can be forgiven, and things can turn around, I believe that 110%. But this was not something that should have been aired. So I don't think Bravo ever had an opportunity to set them up for success. I don't think the mother's intentions were ever to heal a relationship. Maybe Monica, but I don't think the mother's intentions were not one to heal with the daughter at all.
No. She was trying to monetize whatever she could monetize. I honestly couldn't believe that they had like recorded and given her that dinner opportunity. Like, that really blew me away, that like that was something that was a core part of that episode. For me, it just felt like, are you trying to just hurt Monica? Like, are you having her sit through this because you think it's going to be entertaining, or people are going to be so appalled by her mother's behavior and just the way she was acting, and like just
and her
how
grandkids.
It was just,
grandkids are out here.
Yeah.
The grandkids' relationship with the grandkids and grandmother's relationship should be totally separate, independent of Monica and her. Right. So now you have allowed the grandkids to see this at some point, to see that's how my grandmother
talks to my
spoke to my mom.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she talks like that to her in front of her kids.
Oh no, of course not. Yeah, easy. They didn't even want to go out and see her.
Yeah,
they
said alert.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're probably not surprised by anything that they see. Yeah, it's horrific. It's horrific, and I think everybody loves a comeback story, and redemption. So who knows? Who knows?
Have you ever heard that joke?
If you touch your mic one more time, I'm gonna come through this computer.
Uh-oh, she's gonna.
I didn't even touch it. Did I touch it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, go. What, Gaby? What?
Have you ever heard that joke where they were like, where somebody says something like, we really love a good comeback story, and maybe we can think of some, and somebody's like, yeah, Kim Kardashian, and they're like, what did she come back from? And he's like,
her sex tape.
Well, yeah. I'll send you the link. I'll send you the clip. It's a Parks and Rec. If for people out there who know what I'm talking about, because it's this moment where Chris Pratt is, I think it's Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is Star-Lord or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So Chris Pratt is it's a Parks and Rec scene, and they're doing a scene, and literally he says this, and yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay.
It was just, it was one of those like
I didn't get
bloopers. It. Yeah. Okay. Well, then joke didn't land.
Now you know.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we did this, because literally I have been waiting weeks to like debrief with the two of you on how I have been feeling watching all of this, and just like going through the roller coaster of first of Jen, because I had to watch season 3. I always knew she gave Heather that black eye. I always knew it was her because of how Heather interacted with her, being that Jen was the very first person she called. And then she said, like, we need to come up with a cover story. Like, that just gave it away altogether. And then the fact that, like, she just kept saying, like, I'm not going to say anything unless the person brings it up. I'm like, and then everybody else is confused about what's going on except for Jen. Okay, so then Jen fucking hits you. Yeah, so I don't know what happened, because nobody knows like what happened. But okay, so she gave you the black eye
for your friend to get a black eye. Like what?
Yes. Also, like just like it just makes you really wonder. Yeah, like just looking back at like Jen's behavior, when she just like certain things that she did was very like whoa. Yeah.
She's got a temper.
Yeah, she got a temper. She got a temper for sure.
Like I really enjoy kind of like big characters, but I don't like watching anybody who makes me feel uncomfortable, where I feel like if they're going to really pop off, I'm going to be afraid.
In danger.
Like icky.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was always kind of like on edge watching her. Like if she popped off, it wasn't like if Monica pops off, I don't think she's going to try to beat anybody up. You know what I mean? If Lisa pops off, she's not going to beat anybody up.
Yeah.
Like, Jen pops off.
Definitely not Lisa.
Yeah, she needs her glam squad there to make sure she looks put back together.
Yeah.
When Jen pops off, there's a certain level of intensity to it where I was like, it wasn't enjoyable. And there's somebody on New York City like that too, which she's only on one season. She's on the reboot. Her name is Sai. She has that kind of real, like, I don't think she's doing anything criminal, but she has that same intense, like, anger. Like, when she gets angry, I'm kind of like, I don't.
It's like a rage.
Yeah, it doesn't sit well. And I'm kind of like, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can handle the women getting mad and throwing like whatever. But then there's a couple who, like, when they get mad, you're like, oh,
That's how I feel about Mary.
What's that one girl? I think maybe it's OC, and they were sisters, and one of them was named like Ryan or something, and then there was like she had a sister, and she used to get really like aggressive. And
isn't that Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills, maybe that's
the one that's getting divorced from her husband.
Yeah, I think so.
And the sister, one was brunette, one was blonde, and I think
one was
Kyle and
Kyle.
Yeah. Kyle. Yeah. She was on a podcast, I think earlier today or yesterday. And she said they're not getting a divorce. They're still trying to work through it. They still live together.
But isn't she dating that one girl now?
No. It's just all rumors, because they said the rumors are there because the media is, hopping on it because Morgan is gay. And so
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, so I don't want to speculate. Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to say. Yeah, but
yeah.
But I think there's some truth to some stuff when things are out like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire. But I don't know. I don't want to say.
Yeah,
but I don't.
So Gaby.
I'm kind of bummed about how next season is
slated. Yeah.
I think she'll be there. I honestly, I think she'll be there. I
They
think
better
she'll be
better.
there. I hope. Yeah, I don't.
Well, they start filming in like a week. They're
Oh,
filming.
really?
Yeah.
Is that how the timeline works? Like right after the reunion is when they like will start.
Sometimes, usually, but like right now, Atlanta has not started filming yet, and they've been done for a while. So
Okay.
we're trying to work stuff out there. Sometimes there's a bit of a break, but if things are like
Mhm.
really, really hot, they'll like pick right up.
Yeah. I'm just like looking at all of the different Real Housewives that they have. It's incredible. Dallas. Yeah, here's the ladies of London. Beverly
That's really good.
Hills, Dubai, Potomac. Potomac is the next one that I'm about to watch. I need to get caught up on them because I've only seen maybe like 1 or 2 seasons of that.
Oh,
So I need to go back and get like caught up.
I don't know how many seasons there are of that one.
There's 8 seasons of this one.
Really?
Yeah, they're on season 8 right now.
Oh wow.
And they actually they on average have more episodes per season than Salt Lake City.
Yeah, Potomac's good. Potomac's good.
Yeah.
Potomac's good.
Yeah, you gotta get caught up.
I just love the like trailer that they have out for Potomac right now and the faces that they be making. So like yeah. That's really great.
When you watch Potomac and then you compare the drama on Potomac compared to the drama on Salt Lake City, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't really understand why they came for Monica so hard.
Okay, all right. Maybe that's
very true.
Okay.
Because you're going to be like, I don't
understand
why you came for Monica that hard because in Potomac, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just signed up for my Peacock subscription so I can be watching Real Housewives now because Dad said don't bring your ass over here watching no more Real Housewives. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my Peacock.
Well, listen, I'm so glad we did this. Who knows? Keep us posted, and whoever we see watchers watching, but they haven't commented, so we don't know who's here yet. But if there is something you want us to review, watch, if you have a favorite Housewives franchise that is like your go-to, like don't miss it, go back and watch it, binge it, whatever, let us know.
I think people are sleeping on Married to Medicine. I love
Medicine.
it.
Okay.
Married to Medicine.
Maybe I'll check that one.
That Phaedra
like that one.
is on Traders right now.
I didn't.
Phaedra needed to leave Atlanta.
Phaedra. Okay,
but she's there.
She's in Married to Medicine.
No. Yes.
No, she's someone who actually needed to go because
she's good.
She's good. Like she created a certain level of drama in Atlanta that I was like,
yeah. But Married to Medicine, I love.
Married to Medicine is good, but that's what I mean. Like, is Monica's what Phaedra did was so much worse than what Monica did.
Yeah.
So much worse. Do you know what I mean? Like she created an actual allegation. Like,
yeah.
So why are we mad at Monica?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Just to be mad.
She was an easy target.
Yeah, I think she was an easy target. In a very my pearls city. So
yeah. Well, she looked phenomenal at the reunion. And I kind of appreciated that when Andy was like, do you want to add anything else? And she was like, no, like for what? Like they're not gonna listen to me. So I'm glad that she kind of at the end like decided to just be like, nah, I'm good.
And they weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't. So and I don't think that they wanted to, because they wouldn't let her speak. Because if somebody was really, really dirty, I would want to know. I would shut the fuck up and let you talk so that I knew what it was.
Yeah.
They would not let her speak.
Especially Lisa.
Especially Lisa.
Lisa was so much during that reunion. She was out of hand. Honestly, she was. It was too much.
What about me? I was like, yeah. What about you? What about you?
Yeah.
They would not let Monica speak, and that is hugely problem. So when they were like, "Do you want to say anything?" She's like, "Why?"
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. And that's why those are the kind of people you should be afraid of, because do I think there needs to be a cooling off? Yes. Is it dangerous for Bravo to have her cooling off? 110%, because she can cause and stir up stuff while they're recording and doing things. It's not. But I do think
you're
that
saying that like by not having her on the show, it gives her more free time to like be in
heck
shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't think Monica's gonna move to do some? Monica moves different.
Yes.
She moves different, and I don't put it past her. I think she'll make it back to Salt Lake City. I do believe that.
Or maybe she'll move out of Utah.
Maybe she'll go to a different franchise.
Yeah.
But I do think
come to Potomac or Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
she would fit
but
right.
I feel bad for her, but you can't cry over spilt milk. It's done. It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
I'm glad for the season. I think it was a 10 out of 10 for me. Totally.
It was entertaining. I will give you that. It was entertaining. If I rank it just off of entertainment, I give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I, for me, if I had my wish list, it would be Heather, Meredith, Monica. Really, that's it. I'm totally fine with getting rid of Angie, Whitney, and Lisa, and bringing.
I'd be surprised if Angie comes back.
Yeah.
She doesn't bring anything.
Yeah.
And Lisa,
they got to do something.
Anything. She doesn't. She's just annoying. So she doesn't even. Yeah. And I like people who are annoying, but she's so annoying that she's not enjoyable for me to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really, really pissed off with Heather, but I'm still going to watch her. I just don't enjoy watching Lisa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Heather is enjoyable. That's the thing. Like I really appreciate how she expresses herself. Like I like the way that Heather.
Yes.
That's one thing I really like about her. Whereas Lisa, sometimes I'm just like, please stop talking.
Stop talking. Right. Like I don't.
Please stop talking.
When I found myself fast forwarding through some of Lisa's stuff, I was like, okay, you're to the point now where I don't care, because I'm really indifferent on whether I want Mary back or not. But if she's on TV, I'm watching. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to give her a platform for some of that ugliness.
Yeah.
So but like I'm watching. If she's talking, I'm watching. Right. Mm-hmm. Like if Heather's talking, I'm watching. If Lisa's on, I'm fast forwarding through it. Because she's not bringing anything of value.
Yeah, she really ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever. My ring was $1,000. And Meredith, I just wanted to listen to her. Like, can she be removed?
Yeah. Oh my
you
God.
Can live. I was like, I need this girl. I need her on my team. I need somebody. I need this.
You can leave on loop.
Yes. You can leave her shaking the butter, like all of it. All of it.
Fantastic. So with that, we're all gonna leave. Meredith said you can leave. Yes. Thank you guys for popping in. Last minute on a Thursday. I'm home alone right now. Don't tell everybody we're live.
Oh wow!
Yeah, seriously.
Sherry went out with her friend and then texted me that she had drinks, so Andre drove her back to his place because she can't drive.
Good choice. Yes,
there you go.
That choice.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia's working and Charles is on a work trip. So,
work trip.
Oh,
he's just downtown.
I should have came over.
So.
I should have came. Well, I don't drive at night, so I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh,
should have came over and do what?
Right. Yeah,
be like, can someone bring me back home? Okay, never mind.
And on that note, y'all, please make sure that you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment. Let us know if you watched Salt Lake City this season or any of the seasons. And if you have any opinions, we want to hear them. Did you watch the reunion? All 3 parts of the reunion, the uncensored reunion. I just learned today when I got Peacock, there's an uncensored version.
Yes.
Oh,
Chef's
I didn't
kiss.
know that.
Let us know, should Monica come back next season?
What do you think?
Yes for comeback, no for no.
Yes.
Let us know. No for no.
Good instructions.
Good instructions.
Yes, she comes back. No, she doesn't. So let us know because I want to be right.
Yeah.
She's good TV. She's good TV.
And leave your mother at home. Leave her mother at home.
And leave the mom at home. Oh my gosh,
Leave your mom at
please.
home. Yeah.
All right. I love you guys.
See you on Tuesday.
See you Tuesday. Bye.
And that is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you enjoyed yourself, please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. We'd love to see you back next time. You can reach us at info@noassy.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and even on your favorite podcast platforms. Until next time, bye.